today. It's been a good week. Jumping on because I had a really awesome conversation early in the week. A friend from university hit me up, and she's really interested in starting a business. And whenever someone comes up to me and talks about business or strategy, I get quite excited because in my mind, like I just think of the potential and opportunity that could come their way. And so I like to see others win. And so when people start talking about starting businesses and stuff, yeah, it really floats my boat because I just think about the journey they're about to embark on and what could come of it. So, yeah, she came up to me and said, I've been doing some work in the background and I really want to launch this business. And we had a chat about it and what she's been doing currently and what she could potentially do. But she said, oh, I'm really bad at this sort of stuff, and I'm not good with money and all the rest of it. And first thing, I stopped her right there because whenever you tell yourself these things, they tend to play out in your head because if you think you're bad with money, then you'll make the moves that manifest that sort of behavior or manifest those results. So that's the first thing. Try and cancel out any of that negative self-talk because in business you need to take leaps of faith, and if you're always saying to yourself you're bad at these sort of things, that doesn't help the equation. So that out of the equation, you can learn those skills along the way, and most people do because no one knows it all, and you have to test the market when you launch a business. You have to figure out where your weaknesses are, where your energies should be deployed, and try and do the best you can with the resources you've got at hand. And sometimes that can be a challenging thing. So we had a chat, and another reason I was super excited is because when you jump into business or entrepreneurship, there's so much to do and so much to learn, and you need to execute on so many things that the person you are when you begin will be totally different from the person you have to become in order to make that business successful. And so the amount of personal growth that you have to go through is astounding. And I think it's one of the quickest ways to learn skills and see where you land. Because in business, in entrepreneurship, you now learn a whole bunch of stuff. You need to learn about marketing, about finance, about your product or service, and whether you've got product market fit, and you talk to people about your product and you get their feedback, and then you try and improve on your product and service, and there's all this testing and adjusting that goes into the journey, and also you have to network a hell of a lot. You have to meet people. It's a great excuse to meet people in the industry you're in, and sometimes you won't reach the bigger players, but at the start you start networking with the right people, and you ask for favors, and you ask them to scratch your back, and you scratch theirs, and you sort of build up this network of people who are trying to do similar things, either in your space or just in business in general, and you build up that community. So that's pretty wicked as well. And at the same time, you're hustling. You're trying to get this product and service ready to launch, and then hopefully get some revenue in the door and get some income. And then once that income comes in, you try and put it into the business to improve it. so that then you can generate more sales later on. You can improve the product, you can put it towards marketing. There's all these areas that you have to take care of. So as the business owner, you've got to think about a bunch of stuff. And especially with entrepreneurship, there's no guarantees. You might be really successful, or it might be a total flop. But just making the mental leap that you want to jump into the game is pretty incredible in itself. And yeah, it just gets me going because I know what it can do for people. You can decide how you're going to work. You can decide what opportunities you want to pursue. You can decide who you want to work with. You can decide what your product will be, and you decide the quality of your product. Sometimes you've got to make income in other ways, and so you might sell a different product. So there's all these decisions that you have to make very quickly on the go. And often you have a vision in your mind of where you want to land in, say, 5 years or 10 years time with the business, but you just don't have the resource at the start, and you have to work your way up. You have to put blocks in place, and it's a gradual journey, and there's going to be plot twists. You're going to get sideswiped. You're going to have unexpected challenges, and that's all part of the game. And that's why you develop so quickly, because there's so much to think about to make your business a success, and there's so much you have to go through that it's inevitable that you'll be a totally changed person to get to that place of success that you want. And people are in it for different reasons. Some people just want to provide a side income to their day job. Some people want to build $1 billion company and take over the world. Some people just want to have a little bit of income coming in to supplement what else is going on in their life. So that's why I like it. People can make decisions for themselves. They can decide why they're going into business, what they want to do for others with their service or product, and how the business can serve them. And then they back themselves to try and get to that place. Again, no guarantees, but it's pretty cool. The second thing she asked about was money. And regardless of whether you want to start your own business or not, I think everyone should be educated about finances and financial literacy, because, again, it just gives you options. If you're not a business owner, you're working for someone else, you get a paycheck, that's a great option too. Not everyone has to be a business owner, and there's great jobs out there, so why wouldn't you? But everyone, I believe, should be financially savvy. They should take finances into their own control, take an interest in it, invest in themselves by trying to educate themselves, learn the basics, like the bare minimum, so that then you can just operate as an independent human. And then you know what you're missing out on if you don't invest, and if you do invest, you hopefully will generate your own success through those investments, and you understand the risk with those investments. But there's also opportunity cost to not investing. So it's a big game, and the journey never really stops. You're always learning. You're always adjusting your strategy, because you change over time. Your needs change over time. Maybe you start a family. Maybe you buy a house. You've got a mortgage. You've got other commitments and obligations, and so your financial strategy will change over time. But without that financial base knowledge, you you don't know what to look out for, and you don't know how you can make your next moves because you just have less knowledge about the game you're playing. So that's my 2 cents. If anyone wants to start a business, I'm always happy to chat. I'm not a financial guru. I'm not like a crazy business tycoon, but I've had a few punts over the years at business, and I've got a startup in the background that I'm trying to grow. And so I've had my own personal journey, and I like to share learnings from that. So always keen for a chat. Always keen to talk to good humans about these sort of things because I feel it's important. I think that people gain a lot by being financially savvy and by starting a business if that's what they want to do. So that's my 2 cents. Hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, that's all from me for today.